My dear students, I welcome personally you all to this interactive video session to discuss the subject science. Today I will discuss the chapter number 6, unit of measurement. This is the chapter belongs to the physical science, and physical science, it is the branch of physics that deals with the knowledge of matter or the things that we are visualizing around us. I hope you have properly gone through the whole second term syllabus of your science subject. If you not, then it is suggestive or advisable to all that please go through with proper attention or sincerely the whole syllabus of second term of the subject science, so that you can understand the way of my teaching through this interactive video session. Before going in detailing the topics or the subject matter of this chapter, I would like to mention regarding my strategy or the way of teaching. I have divided the whole chapter number 6, unit of measurement, into 2 modules. Today I will discuss the module number 1, and the topics of the module number 1 are: first topic is measurement, its meaning. Second topic is we will know the different terms that have been used in this chapter to clear the concept of unit of measurement. The third topic is naming the different units of measurement. And the last topic of this chapter in module 1 is importance of measurement in our daily life. So once again I repeat, through this interactive video session in module number 1, I am going to discuss the 4 topics, and these 4 topics have been detailed in this chapter: measurement, the meaning or definition of measurement we will learn today. We will know also the different terms or the different associated terms that have been used in this chapter, the naming of the different units of the measurement, and the importance of measurement in our daily life. The way of teaching that I would like to suggest is pen and paper method that I am using today. And let me remind all of you that I will use this pen and paper method to complete the whole or the entire syllabus of your science reference book as well as the math reference book, because I think this is the most convenient way of teaching through this pen and paper method. So what are the things that I will use in this way of teaching is, I will use first the detailed syllabus that I had mentioned to you all, and at the same time I will use your own reference book. And I will read each and every word or sentences so that you can get clear knowledge regarding what to read or how to read and what to not. So this is the brief discussion or the synopsis of this interactive video session. So let's start today's session with the first topic, and that is the measurement, its meaning or the definition. While I was reading the book, I think there was as such no definition of measurement mentioned. So for thinking your level of knowledge, I would like to mention first the definition of measurement. So if you ask me what is a measurement, so in the physical science, in a word we can say measurement means quantification or quantifying of something. If you say what is the definition of measurement, then I would like to answer that measurement is the action of measuring something, or we can say measurement is a result expressed in numbers, or in another way we can say measurement is also a method of determining the quantity, capacity or the dimension of any body. Further, we can say measurement is also a process of associating numbers with physical quantities. Or in another way, we can also say this is the alternative definition of measurement, and it is, I think, the actual definition of measurement in a physical science, and that is measurement is done or made by comparing a specific quantity with a standard unit. Again, I repeat, measurement is done or made by comparing a specific quantity of a body with a standard established unit, and this has been accepted universally. So these are the definition of measurement. You can write it down. In your answer writing, whenever you will get such kind of questions. I hope the concept of measurement or meaning of measurement is clear. So the first topic, measurement, its meaning, is done. Now I am coming to the second important topic, that is we have to know the different terms that have been used in this chapter. So I would like to move the page number 65 first. 65. So let me open your book. And I am going to the page number 65. You can easily see. Now I am here, page number 65. And in order to deal with the second topic regarding the different terms that had been used in this chapter. First, we should clear the concept regarding those terms. So the first term is the mass. So if you ask me what is the mass, the answer is the amount of matter, the amount of material present in a body. So I will define later what is the body and what is the meaning of amount of material. So in a sentence we can say easily what is a mass. Answer is the amount of material present in any body, that will be known as the mass. The next term is what is gravity. So for the convenience, I am going to highlight the sentence so that you can understand easily. So what is the mass? The answer is the amount of material present in a body, that will be known as the mass. Don't forget, amount of material we are talking about, and if it is present in a body, then this amount of material that is present in a body will be known as mass. So the second term is what is gravity. The attraction of the earth towards its center. We know earth has the center. So if there is any attraction of earth towards its center, then it will be known as the gravity. So what is gravity? Gravity is the attraction. The attraction. So the attraction of earth towards earth's center, and this will be known as the gravity. So the attraction of earth towards its center means gravity. So next term is what is weight. It is the attraction of a body by the earth towards its center. Once again I repeat, what is weight? Weight is the attraction of a body, and this attraction of a body will be done by the earth. At which direction? Towards its center, and this will be known as weight. So mass and weight, these are the two different terms, and they are differentiated with each other. So mass means the amount of material present in a body, that will be known as mass, whereas weight is the attraction of body, and that will be done by the earth towards its center itself. So it will be known as the weight. That's why we used to say that mass is the basic property of any body, but weight is not. Weight is changeable in terms of place or location, but mass is the basic property and it is unchangeable. Next term is what is kilogram. So kilogram, it is the unit of mass equivalent to 1000 gram. So kilogram this is, so unit of mass, and that is equivalent to 1000 gram. It will be known as the kilogram. It is the unit of weight. Now I am coming to the next term, that is the physical balance. So what is the meaning of physical balance? It is a balance used by the vendor. It is the balance used by the vendor, and this will be known as the physical balance. Now the next question or term is what is the common balance. So common balance is also a kind of balance in order to measure the mass of any body, but don't forget, this type of balance will be used in the laboratory purposes. So what is the difference between these two types of balances? Physical balance, it will be used by any vendor, but common balance will be used in a laboratory. Clear? Now what is spring balance? So it is a balance used for measuring weight of a body. Weight of a body. So spring balance is a type of balance and it is used for measuring the weight of a body. Now the another term is the meter. What is meter? Unit of length. Kilogram, like unit of mass. So meter is unit of length and it equals to 100 centimeter. So this is the unit of measurement of length, that is the meter. So if I say what is the unit of measurement of length, answer is meter. What is the unit of mass, answer is kilogram. Clear? Now what is the cubic centimeter? It is also an unit of the measurement of volume, and there is also a standard unit of volume, and that is the liter. So first let me deal with the cubic centimeter. What is cubic centimeter? Obviously it is the unit of volume for measuring a solid, whereas liter is the unit of volume for measuring a fluid equal to 1 kg weight of water of 4 degrees Celsius. So cubic centimeter is quite different from liter. The standard unit of volume, we should say the liter, not the cubic centimeter, although the cubic centimeter is used to express the volume of any solid. So don't forget and don't be confused with these two unit. Cubic centimeter is also the unit, liter is also the unit of volume, but cubic centimeter is used to express the volume of solid in order to measure, but liter is the standard unit and it is used successfully for measuring a fluid, and this fluid, the amount of fluid will be equal to 1 kg weight of water that has been placed at the temperature 4 degrees Celsius. Now the last term is measuring cylinder. A graduated cylinder of glass used for measuring the volume of fluid. So what is the necessity of measuring cylinder? Answer is a graduated cylinder of glass used for measuring the volume of liquid. So these are all the associated terms have been used in this chapter and under the second topic of your syllabus, know the associated terms. Now I am going to the second topic of your chapter 6, unit of measurement, that is naming the different units of measurement. Units of measurement, we know there are different kinds of physical quantities such as mass, weight, volume. So in your book you will get 3 kinds of physical quantities, and these are mass, weight and the volume of body. As I mentioned very earlier, that if you ask me what is the unit of mass or what is the unit of weight, answer is same, that is the standard unit of weight is, you can look over here, that is the kg, whereas the standard unit of volume, it is not the cubic centimeter but it is the liter. I hope the concept is very much clear now. What is the measurement? And these are the terms which are associated with the physical quantities of any body. And thereafter, what are the units of measurement for the physical quantities of mass of any matter or weight or the volume of any solid body or the liquid one also. Now I am at the page number 60 to discuss the mass and the weight. So I will read each and every sentence over here, and I will at the same time highlight so that you get a clear idea. So first I would like to discuss the mass. What is the mass? So let me discuss this physical quantities of solid. So first thing is, the things we see around us are bodies or the substances. So anything, or we can say in another word that all things that we can see or visualize around us will be known as bodies or the substances. So first question is, what is body or what is substances? So bodies or substances are those things that we see around us. So the things we see around us will be known as bodies or the substances. What are the examples? Examples are block, brick, stone, chair, table, anything which are present around us. So these are the different bodies. I hope it is clear. So what is the meaning or definition of body? The things we see around us. An example is book, maybe brook, brick, maybe stone, maybe chair, maybe table, etc. You can give any example at your own convenience. So these are the bodies because we can feel their presence with the help of our sense organ. So using the sense organs, if we feel the presence of anything around us, so those things will be known as the body, in a simple word. Next sentence says, the material with which a body is made is called a matter. It is very important. What is a matter? Now I am discussing the topic matter. So the material with which a body is made is called matter. For example, wood is a kind of matter, but a chair made of wood, so this is the body. So chair, it is a body, we know, but the material that has been used to make or build up the chair, that is wood. So this wood will be known as the matter, and the chair is the body. So hope body and the matter, these two concepts are now clear. Now the next concept is, what is the mass? So let's see. The amount of matter present in a body, the amount of matter present in a body is the mass of the body. So the total amount of matter that will be present in a body, it will be known as the mass of the body. So here we have learned three terms, and these are bodies or substances, matter, and the mass. I hope these three correlated terms are now clear. I am going to the further sentence. Here the amount of wood present in a chair is the mass of the chair. So this is the clear-cut statement regarding the mass, and it says that the amount of wood that is present in a chair is the mass of the chair. Like chair, all bodies or substances in this world possess a definite mass. Therefore, mass is the amount of material present in a body or substance. So what is the mass? The definition is, mass is the amount of material, never say body, mass is the amount of material present in a body or substance. So now the second term, most important term, is the weight. So what is weight? So let me read these three paragraphs and you will get the concept of weight. So first, if you throw a small pebble in air after going to a short height, it will fall down to the ground. So throwing a, suppose, a stone in the air, first it will go higher or to a short height, thereafter it will come down to the ground. Now the question is, why such kind of situations are happened? When a fruit gets detached from the tree, it always falls straight to the ground. This is the another example of falling of objects. This happens, now please focus here, this happens because the earth attracts every body towards its center. I hope you have got the reason that if we throw anything in the sky, it will cover a short height and after that it will fall down on the ground. What is the reason behind this? The main reason is earth attracts every body towards its center, and that is the gravity, isn't it? So this attraction of earth is called the gravity. I hope this is clear. So the attraction of the earth will be known as the gravity, and due to the gravity, the falling of any object is happened. The force with which a body is attracted by the earth towards its center is called the weight of body. Now, what is weight? I hope we have learned regarding the body, the matter, the mass, and the gravity. Now the term is weight. So what is weight? It is also one kind of attraction by the earth towards its center. So see, the force with which a body is attracted by the earth towards its center is called the weight of body. So mass is not like the weight. Clear? Weight means the force or attraction with which a body is attracted by the earth towards its center. It will be known as the weight of body. The weight of a body at any place is proportional to the mass. Underline this statement. The weight of a body at any place is proportional to its mass. This is because the reason is the force of attraction of earth at a place is same for all bodies. As I mentioned earlier, mass of any body is unchangeable. It will never change. That's why it is the reason that the force of attraction of earth at a place is same for all bodies. Therefore, the larger the mass of the body, more will be its weight. So the weight will depend on the mass of the body. If the mass of any body is more, that means the weight of that body will also be higher. But if a body goes up from the earth's surface, that is at hilltop, the height of the body will decline. Once again I repeat, but if a body goes up from the earth's surface, such as at hilltop, the weight of the body will decline. So the weight will depend on the height of earth's surface. First thing we have learnt here, if a body goes up from the earth's surface, here the example is at hilltop, the weight of the body will decline. If the body goes down the below the earth's surface, that is inside a deep mine, the weight of the body would also decrease. This decrease in weight is due to decrease in the force of gravity. So why we are getting such kind of decreased weight? Answer is the decreased force of gravity. But the mass will remains the same everywhere. So mass is unchangeable. The weight of the body would be zero at the center of the earth. So at the center of the earth, the body, the weight of any body will be zero, and the reason is because the force of gravity at the center of the earth is zero.